Have you ever thought about starting your property investment journey, but you thought you need lots of money to start your property investment? Hey guys, it's Rahim. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development, and how to gain financial freedom. Before we get going, I'd like to thank each and everyone who's subscribed to my channel. The channel is growing immensely. I thank you so much, so much. I'm super excited where the channel is going right now. Thank you. We've done a research. We realized 45% of the people that are watching my videos have not hit that subscribe button. If you are one of those, I kindly ask you to pause this video right now and smash that subscribe button. You see, when you do that, it grows the channel. You get notification for when I post videos out there, and also help the algorithm to push the videos to wider and wider audiences. And I'm gonna give you a promise. The better the channel becomes, the bigger the channel becomes, the bigger the content and actionable content in this channel. So thank you so much for being part of the family. I really appreciate you. So you have £20,000 and you're really worried it is not enough to start your property investment journey. So I'm gonna eliminate all those barriers, smash them, push them, eradicate them in your life in order to use that £20,000 to expedite your property investment journey. Let's get to that. You are not alone if you're thinking £20,000 is not enough to start your investment. I was told the same thing. Before I start my property investment journey, I was told I need serious money to actually start my investment. I had someone told me I need £200,000 to start my property investment journey. That becomes a deterrent, it becomes a barrier, it becomes a no-go area, it becomes a thing that I don't even want to talk about. It nearly got me into depression because I was so excited of wanting to become a property investor. So therefore, I'm going to change that misconception to you today. And in this video, I'm going to break down the ways that you can use your £20,000 to make over 1,000% return on your investment. So you got £20,000. Perhaps you may not be able to buy the sort of properties that will give you better return on investment with your £20,000. But we could do the various things that would allow your money make over 1,000% of your investment. So the first way you could use that £20,000 effectively is trying a strategy called rent to rent. It's when you rent a property from a landlord and you subsequently rent that property out in a room by room basis. In essence, you see the landlord as the wholesaler and you become the retailer by renting the property room by room basis. Again, with that £20,000, you may be able to use £5,000 from that £20,000 to secure one of those properties. Looking at this sort of properties, you'll be making a minimum of £500 per property. Suppose then you use your £20,000 to acquire 4 of these properties, and each of those properties generating £500, you're talking about £2,000 per calendar month. Again, in this situation, you don't need an investor, you don't need to borrow any money. You can use that £20,000 to actually acquire these 4 houses that will be generating you £500 per calendar month. That would give you a total of £2,000. That's one way of using that £20,000. The second way you can use the £20,000 is by looking for properties to buy. So you look for properties to buy that you would agree to buy the property at today's price for some time in the future. It's what we call purchase lease option agreement. You look for a property, speak to the owner that desperately looking to sell, tell them, look, I may be able to buy your property at this price. Suppose the property is £100,000 now. You can offer to buy maybe £105,000 or maybe £110,000 in 7 years down the line. So what you could then do, you can agree into that agreement, sign the legal document, you take over that property. In this case, you haven't put any of your money down yet. You may have put in £1 because obviously £1 is what makes that contract legally binding. And you take that property, maybe you needed to do a little bit of TLC in it, maybe you want to paint and decorate the house, modernize it a little bit. You may spend about £3,000 or maybe let's say £5,000 maximum. You set that property up nicely and then you subsequently rent that property out. So once you rent that property out, then obviously any proceed or any profit you make from that property, you save that for taking your option sometime in 5 or 7 years down the line. And the beauty of that strategy, you have the option to buy the property, not the obligation to buy it. However, the owner is obliged to sell that property to you once you call the option. That could be another way you can start with your £20,000. Suppose then you've got the £20,000, you're gonna go and look for 4 of these properties. You then get these properties, paint and decorated them using one of the 5,000s, then you do another one 5,000, do another one 5,000, that gives you 4 properties. So if you're very clever, then instead of renting the property to a normal people, you can then go and rent that property using the serviced accommodation strategy. What is serviced accommodation? It is the process by which an investor would acquire a property and subsequently rent it out per night instead of to a normal tenant. This is the property people call Airbnb. So if you do properties like that, in average, you want to be writing it down, you'll be making £2,000 net profit every single month. So if you do that in 4 properties, you're talking about £2,000, £4,000, £6,000, £8,000 per calendar month in those 4 properties with only £20,000. Let's look at the worst case scenario. Suppose then it doesn't go £2,000 per property a month. Let's say you went for let's say £500 minimum per month. You're talking about £2,000 per calendar month. Again, that is a serious return on your investment in a £20,000 investment. So you're making that sort of money. And the third way you could use your £20,000 is by forming a joint venture partnership. What is a joint venture partnership? Is finding someone who's got a little bit of money, maybe more than you partner with that person, you put your money down as the deposits to buy the house you're looking to buy, and then perhaps you use the other joint venture partner's money to fix the property. Maybe you need to renovate the house fully, maybe you need to upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the bathroom, add an extra bedroom, or maybe it has a conservatory in the property to force the value of the property in order for you to be able to remortgage, pay yourself out. So you can then form that joint venture partnership in order to get your property investment going. But here's the thing to note: when you're joint venturing with someone, you need to ensure you know the people that you're joint venturing. What do I mean by that? I'm not meaning that you need to know them before the partnership. You get to know them before you form the partnership. Take them on a date, multiple of dates, go out together as friends, see them, how they react, how they behave, and make sure the joint venture partnership is legally binding. You're agreeing to something that would keep you both in contract, so nobody would have surprises and nobody would want to kind of cheat each other. So that's a very important thing to note when you're forming joint venture partner. But it's one of the ways that you can shoot your property investment journey, especially if you've only got £20,000. You may be thinking, how do you get these people? The way you get these people, one is going to business event, property event, or perhaps joining one of my programs, because what we do, we encourage joint venture partnership in all my programs. I am one of those investors that allow my investors that come to educate themselves within my platform to exchange numbers, to work together, to partner each other in order to expedite their property investment journey. So if you're thinking of joining me in one of my programs, I have free property investment programs going on a weekend basis that where I share how you can start and scale in property with little to none of your own money, and how you can expedite your process if you have money, or if you're already experienced and you've hit a plateau, how you can use my strategies to expedite your property investment journey. So if you're interested, there's a link on the video description below. Click on that link to join me in my next program. Another way you could use your £20,000 is you becoming the investor. Suppose then there is a experienced property investor that is looking, say, £20,000 for an investment to develop a property. You can go in and say, look, I've got this £20,000. You can form the partnership in 2 ways: by either charging them interest for the loan, the money that you're lending them, or the second option is sharing profit. Say, look, I can put this £20,000 in, let's do the property up. Once we've done the property up, we force the value, You pay me, you pay yourself, whatever is left over, we share. It could be 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, however way you've agreed to share that profit. That could actually be a better way instead of lending them the money, because if you lend them the money, you are restricted to the number of interest you would have charged them for that £20,000. And another way you can use your £20,000 is crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is a platform where lots of investors would chip in to fund your project. So you can go and get this property again, maybe for £20,000, develop a scheme, an idea, a renovation project that would attract people to wanting to invest, knowing that you're forcing the value of the property significantly, knowing that you're able to pay them back with interest. You will then list your project in this platform. People from all walk of life will invest in that sort of opportunity. And then obviously when you do the development or the renovation works, you remortgage and pay them their money back with interest. And another way you could use your £20,000 is delayed completion. It's where you can agree to buy a property, but you delay the completion date. Perhaps you wanted to go and renovate the property nicely to add a little bit of value on it, so you can force the value. You can then go and remortgage, pull your money out, you pay the investor, you purchase the property, and then remortgage the property, pull your investment out, so you can go again and buy more houses. So these are the ways you can use your £20,000 to make serious return on your investment. If any of these strategies resonate with you, I would advise you strongly to educate yourself. Here's the thing, because it takes you time to save that £20,000. Even that £20,000 was given to you by a family or a friend, make sure you utilize that £20,000 effectively. See, when I started my property investment journey, I did not have £20,000 to start. So it took me very, very long time to get myself going. So if you've got that £20,000, if anything, use some of that £20,000 to educate yourself, to immerse yourself, to reduce the risk of losing all the money and not having anything to go again. You see, when you educate yourself, you get someone to mentor you, coach you, it reduces your mistake drastically, and at the same time expedite your property investment journey. So don't be one of those arrogant people. I've got £20,000. I've seen these few videos on YouTube. I've seen that on that. I'm gonna go and do it by myself. I did that. I lost £75,000. I do not want you to do the same mistake. So whether it's me or any other person that you relate to, get someone to mentor you and guide you along the process. I would love that to be me. Obviously, if you do, there's a link on this subscription as well, where you can book one of my specialists for a one-to-one consultation where they can learn about you, understand exactly what you need, and if you're a perfect fit, they can book you in to join one of my programs. So click the link somewhere around this video to book your free consultation. I really hope this video has shined a light on how you can invest your £20,000 without gambling it. If this video has made sense to you, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video.